Now, huge fight on the rise, Tyson Fury, and you just want to make sure, because a lot of people say his last name back and forth. It's Otto
Wallin.
Wallin?
Yeah.
So I've heard many ways of saying it. So huge fight coming up September 14th out in Vegas. How did this opportunity come about? How did this fight get made?
Well, so I just came back from New York City yesterday. I was at ESPN with Otto and Tyson Fury announcing the fight on their multiple platforms. So Bob Arum and I have been talking about the fight for some time, and Top Rank and Bob was my first promoter, so I have a great relationship with the company and with people that work there. It's for me, this is my first deal with them on this level with Bob Arum. It's been quite an experience to communicate with him on such a big fight. A great experience for me, and great opportunity for Otto. I believe that he's going to do a much better job than boxing critics give him credit for. It's a win-win situation for him all the way around, and I believe that a lot of people are going to be surprised. I really believe in Otto. He's a very serious, disciplined fighter. He knows his position. He knows the odds are against him. He understands all the benefits of what he's in, and he really understands where he's at. And he's had some really important times in his career and in his life recently. So I feel that it's the right time for him to really make a statement, which I think he will on September 14th.
Do you think the criticism is rightfully so, not coming from what you know of him as a fighter, but just the unknown to the casual fans, the anomaly of the Joshua and Ruiz and the Wilders? In this case, there's a lot of skepticism that comes with this. But what can you tell people about Otto that they may not know and realize he's an undefeated fighter,
Sure.
highly ranked in a couple of sessions?
Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, so it's actually justified for boxing fans to criticize a fighter who they never heard of. In his last two fights, Tyson Fury looks phenomenal. He obviously has the big win over Vladimir Klitschko, so he is great. He's fantastic. Otto, hasn't really had a chance to show himself to the U.S. fans. Has a good record, but boxing fans don't really know who he is. Obviously, boxing is such a great sport because there isn't a season. There's only one chance to do it, and there's always a great possibility of an upset. And we saw that June 1st with Anthony Joshua, who people gave no chance to Andy Ruiz. By the way, I just want to make a separate comment. Andy Ruiz fought as a main event on Detroit Brawl about 2 or 3 years ago. So he's been part of the Detroit boxing growth as well. So you never know. I don't want to go as far back as Buster Douglas, but there's upsets in boxing happen all the time. Murata and Rob Brandt.
Yep.
Pacquiao and
Thurman recently? Or?
And Thurman, right.
There's a lot of J-Rock hurt. It seems like the year of the upset. And it was
listen, boxing, that's why boxing is so exciting, because when you get in the ring, nobody knows what's going to happen. And Otto has nothing to lose and everything to win. Tyson has everything to lose and nothing to win, because in boxing people's mind, he's already won the fight. So the criticism, I can't say that it is justified. It's justified to criticize a guy that nobody knows about. However, I'm telling you that he's going to do a much better job than the critics give him credit for. No. So they're right and I'm right. But the ultimate vision is going to happen on September 14th.
Fury is awfully he's a very defensive fighter, slippery, hard to hit in a sense. Some people say maybe boxing him may not be the best idea. You might have to knock him out. Does Otto have the ability to knock out Tyson Fury, the power?
Otto doesn't have one punch knockout power. Neither does Andy Ruiz. Just to call a spade. But different times, different things happen in certain situations. He's busy. He's well conditioned. He's mentally strong, and he knows that he has everything to win, nothing to lose. And he really wants to make a name for himself. So he's a kid that came from a small town in Sweden with a dream of being heavyweight champion of the world, and now 10 years later, 11 years later, he has an opportunity to reach his dream, which is really quite amazing. What happens when you follow your dreams and when you work hard. You know, Claressa is another example, who we're going to hear from here in Detroit in a couple of minutes. I think it's going to be a fantastic event, September 14th. I came to New York City on Monday. I saw Otto train. He's working really hard. He has a game plan. He's trained by Joey Gamache, who's a former world champion, great boxing mind. You know, he himself has fought in some big fights, so he knows all the pressures, knows what a big fight is, and I just really get a great vibe from their camp. And I just think that is going to be a great event.
Is there any like new additions that are added because of the fights at a high risk fight, you know, or a lot of gain in the sense? Is there anyone added, any additional extra precaution?
I mean, Otto and Joey really have a great relationship. They're very close with one another. So, you know, they have a game plan. I know generally what it is. I don't know the details of it. But Joey is one of the few real teachers in the game. He talks to the fighter every round. He teaches them. He puts certain things into his mind when he's resting, when he's working. So they're very focused to do a great job. Even though Otto didn't fight July 12th and April 13th, he also didn't have a chance to really showcase himself. However, he's been active. He had a full training camp for April 13th. He had a full training camp for July 12th. So this is going to be, technically speaking, like his third fight in 6 months. So he's been pretty busy as far as getting his body in shape and his mind in shape to fight. So that's one thing that people should not take for granted. And again, we shall see what happens on September 14th.